All right, cat lovers, welcome back to the YouTube channel. And we've got a nice, quick and dirty one for you tonight. We're going to be revisiting our friend, the Cloud of Darkness. I know we already did a TP suppress method for this, and it's a pretty effective way to do the fight. It mitigates most of her annoying moves, but we've been after the Null Masques again, and we've been using a method that completely eliminates all of the annoying things that this fight does. And it's pretty much fail-proof as long as you don't lose hate. And even then, it's still resolvable. I fucking love this arena. This is the best part of doing the Null Masque grind. I love the pixelated images from the past. Cloud of Darkness is thick and delicious. Just a great looking NM. And the music is really nice too, so I just love it here. But anyway, so if you know this fight, you know she's got a few things that can make her really difficult. So number one, at 75%, she'll do that primordial surge move where her face is going to glow red, and then she'll either absorb magic damage or physical damage. It's random. And then the next TP move she's going to do is that waning vigor one that puts on weakness, and it's a pain in the ass. And then after she's done that, every other TP move after that, she's going to call out an ad, one of those random ads, and they have a they hit hard, they have a random debuff aura, like attack down, defense down, even freaking encumbrance, so you can't change your gear. That's really obnoxious. And then if she does primordial surge again under 25%, mask glows again, and then when she resolves at that time, she'll do expunge, which is a full dispel. So that's a little bit of a nightmare. And the TP suppress method makes it to where you don't really have to deal with most of that, so long as you kill her fast, right? You have to kill her really quickly. But even that method sometimes would spiral out of control. 3 Volti Obscuros get out, and then before you know it, her mask is glowing again, and you're dead. But this way, you're not gonna have to deal with any of that. Not even the mask glowing the first time. You're gonna avoid every single one of her mechanics. It's pure cheesin' and pleasin', which you know is my favorite way to approach pretty much any content. So the setup we're gonna be using to fight her this time: Rune Fencer, Warrior, Bard, Corsair, Red Mage, and White Mage. Now, the White Mage is pretty optional. You're not going to be taking a lot of damage. Honestly, the only reason I'm using White Mage is because my White Mage doesn't really have any other options that would be useful. So I brought her on White Mage anyway. If I could, I would bring her on Geo, and I'll tell you why I would do that in a minute when we get to what the cheese is. Buffs are going to be pretty standard. You're going to do Chaos and Sam's roll on Corsair. The Bard's songs are going to be a little different because, like I said, the big thing here is you can't lose hate. So in order to make sure that happens, I'm going to be using Honor March as usual, right? You got to have your Honor March. But then I'm going to plop Adventurer's Dirge on everybody. And then we're just going to do Valor Minuet V and Aria of Passion. If you don't have Aria of Passion, Valor Minuet 4 is fine. And to be honest, I don't know if I'm tapping into the physical damage limit on the Aria, so whatever, we're doing that. And just then make sure to overwrite the Aria of Passion off the Rune Fencer. I'm throwing Knight's Mean 5 up. That really isn't going to do anything, so it's just to get rid of it. I guess I could do a ballad or something, but this fight's going to be over so fast, it really doesn't matter. So we're going to get Haste 2 on everybody. And then for the Rune Fencer, I like to do Lux Runes. Her auto attacks are darkness damage, so that mitigates him a little bit, but that's not really gonna matter. That's not gonna matter too much. And for food, you know, I don't actually eat food on anybody else, but it doesn't hurt to eat an omelet sandwich on tank, just to make sure, again, you get that Enmity +5. That's a good thing. And then I'll also embolden my Crusade. That's the big ticket. I mean, it's not really the big ticket, but again, anything to avoid losing Enmity. All right, buffs are up. Let's get to the cheesin' and the pleasin'. Click, click, click. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull her. Make sure you pull her with flash, right? You get an Enmity bonus if you pull a mob with a move rather than like face pulling them. So just flash her. I throw Lament up real quick, and then I switch to the Red Mage, and the Red Mage has all the cheese. So we're gonna pop Saboteur, and there's just 3 key debuffs to pulling this off. So Dia 3, obviously, right? Get that defense down. Addle II, so that her casting takes a really long time. And then the Piece de Resistance, Gravity 2. We're going to kite this motherfucker, give her the sortie treatment. And I'll cut real quick here, show you my Gravity 2 set so that you know. Hey, welcome to Cat Taro's little longhouse. Look how happy she is. Just a little reprieve from the Cloud of Darkness to show you the Gravity set, just so that we cover everything. The idea is to kind of have good enfeebling magic potency with good accuracy. Duration doesn't hurt as well. And so that's kind of what we're going for with this set. So here we are. We got the Bunzi's Rod, Merapi Shield, Regal Gem, Vidiation Chapeau, Duelist Torque +2. I'm using the Snotra earring and the JSC +1 earring. I'm lucky to have a full magic accuracy one, so I get 15 magic accuracy there. We're using the Lethargy, i.e. the MP body and the MP hands. Takiti ring +1 in a Kishar ring. And it's got some of that duration on there. That's always good. We're doing an Ambu cape with... mine has Mind on it. That I don't think that matters for Gravity. That's for other debuffs, but it's got magic accuracy on it. Using the Obstinate Sash. It's got that duration +5 and another 15 magic accuracy and enfeebling skill. It's nice. Chironic Hose. You want as much magic accuracy here as you can get. And then Vidiation Boots +4. That's it. There it is. With that, you're going to stick that Gravity and have no problem kiting. So let's head back over to the Cloud of Darkness. And now that we're back, we're going to get to the cheesing, the kiting part. So just pop a few hate moves here. I like to make sure I do Valiance and One for All before I actually start. The more targets that hits, the more enmity you get. So just pop those. And then I'll pop Last Resort, Sword Play, the whole show. And then I'm going to engage her. All right. And here's why I would like the White Mage, right? Since we're doing Gravity 2, we don't really need the heals. I mean, look, I'm taking like no damage. I could do Indie Gravity and make her even slower, but look how freaking slow she is. Look at this. It's so funny. The trick to this is, and so when she casts with the Addle, she's super slow and you can just beat the hell out of her. Make sure to light shot her. And then you just want to float like between 17 and 20 yalms. That way you're close enough for her to try to cast on you, but she can't do any TP moves. Unless you get within about 14 yalms, there's nothing she can do. Look at this. No mask mode, no bullshit. It's crazy. See, now she stops to cast. My guys get to just beat on her without any trouble. Or Cloud of Darkness. So yeah, if I could switch my White Mage to Geo, I'd have her right in there doing Indie Gravity so that she'd move even slower. And that's, you just keep kiting, just stay far away. Now, I have had it where like I've lost hate. And that can be problematic because if you're under 75%, she'll immediately do Primordial Surge and get the red mask. But all is not lost. So if she's absorbing magic damage, you can just continue kicking her ass. Just reestablish hate and keep kiting, no problem. If she does absorb physical damage, just disengage her. You got to wait like 30 to 45 seconds, somewhere in there. And then she'll be ready to resolve the Primordial Surge. And then you just have to like clip into about 14 yalms and she'll do Waning Vigor, but you'll be too far away to get hit. So it's fine. You could bind her if you had to like disengage. Bind land's really easy too. And just wait and then get like right around 14 yalms. She'll do Waning Vigor. Obviously make sure you have hate reestablished and just get right back at it. So even if you lose hate, it's not over. But if you got Adventurers Dirge on, you're probably not going to. Here, I'll just show you real quick too. You know, if anybody else is multi-boxing, this is really the only macro that matters. It's just a weapon skill volley. All my guys do a weapon skill. And like I said, if my White Mage had Geo, I'd have a Geo instead of a White Mage. Do Indie Gravity, make her even slower. But it's not necessary. So that's it. That's all there is to this fight, guys. She does do absorb attributes, so you'll lose some buffs, but it doesn't really matter on tank. Just make sure you get Gravity 2 on with Saboteur. Stay right around 17 to 20 yalms. And even if you lose hate and she does Primordial Surge and gets the red mask, it's not over. Either you can just keep hitting her because she's absorbing magic damage, or you just have to disengage and wait, and that's it. And before you know it, you're going to have all the null gear you'll ever need. So if you found this helpful, that makes me happy. We do this kind of thing live daily over at twitch.tv/VelnerXI. 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Be there and be square. Bye.